Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing? Uncle Craig here on the Bond Knob, where I have just woke up in another pretty cold morning. You can see all the rice over there with lots of dew. I wonder if rice is affected by the cold weather. I think all plants would be affected by the cold weather, yeah. After the rice field, some of you guys have seen. Maybe I can, I'll put some drone footage, recent drone footage the other day or yesterday maybe, on my rice fields back there, neighbors' rice fields. But on the other side of the rice fields, I don't know if I went that far, but the guy, there's somebody grows sugar cane, and lots of it. In the last few nights, the sugar cane harvester has been harvesting all that sugar cane, for several hours every night. And I guess they do it at night because during the day it's a lot of dust, a lot of fine dust from harvesting, and there's regulations about that or whatever. So the moist air, whatever, keeps the dust down, keeps the fine particle dust down. So they have to pretty much harvest all that stuff at night, I guess. So you hear that subtle roar of the harvester kind of echoing through, because everything else is not working right. Everything's quiet, and you hear the whoa, 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 whoa through there with the big lights. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm not supposed to fly the drone at night, but that's usually when you're, structures and things like that, I suppose. I'm probably okay in the twilight to fly the drone out there and check him out. He'll probably be out there tonight too. I think I watched a YouTube video, or I read somewhere that the guys make about 70,000 baht for one of them big old double truck loads full of sugarcane. Pretty good. But yeah, it's still early. It's not yet 7 o'clock. But I thought I'd give you all another. Whoa. Wait a minute here. My voice is rough. Mostly from construction dust. I don't wear the mask as much as I should. It gets in my throat. But I have made a little more progress on the Shophouse, for those of you inquiring minds. Only had a couple accidents. Stabbed myself again with the ends of those cement things with the wire, and I don't know, something else. But wait a minute here. I did manage to get the ceiling done, man. Let me pull this phone off of here. Yeah? What do y'all think? So I got my 4 lights up there. Ceiling's all finished. I think it's pretty good. Come out pretty good. Yeah. This let's say the light switch is 2 are for the rear lights, and then 2 are for the 4 lights. Pretty good, huh? Also sealed up that back lip, if you remember. Had a big gap there, cemented that up. So that's all ready. Kind of laying out the tile, getting ready for that. I brought the tile in for the kitchen, and I also bought the tile for the shower part of the restroom. Here is the shower wall divider. I finished that one yesterday. And so yeah, just getting ready to make sure that's all dry and stuff, and we'll tile that up. Pretty good, pretty good. One of the other rather major accomplishments, I suppose, on this side of the house. It took 3 of us, so I did get my neighbor and a brother to help, but we have, in essence, finished the siding and even the I don't know if I can see it, yeah, and the under roof. If we can move over here, yeah. So we finished the under roof there, and got the siding up. Came out pretty good, considering that the building is, you know, uneven in terms of like the walls, if you remember. But yeah, man, worked out pretty good. We're happy about that. Today we'll finish. We'll probably finish the other side. We already got the scaffolding in place, and welding up a crossbar frame to get it going first to make sure it's level. I had to grind that down to kind of try and make this come out level, you know. Still some cosmetic work to do there, but I'm gonna get up here this morning and I'll fill that in with foam on the cracks, construction foam, before we put the siding up, and then put again the under roof. So that works out pretty good. One of the other things I did also, if you remember from a previous video, I showed you how I had these beams going across. Well, I've lowered the beams considerably, probably, especially the ones over there. That's about as low as I can get though. But I load them down so that the major part of the load is, you know, basically on the ground, kind of. It looks like it'd be better support that way. Although I did seat up this in a dug it down about a half meter, I guess, or maybe a foot and a little more than a foot or so, and cemented that in. Did that there also, as well as around the front. Kind of looks ugly, but it's, you know, it's kind of a spiraled cement there to give it a lot of support there. And I'll have to do the same. I'll probably work on those today with the cement while we're doing some of that. Oh, I see what's happening. I got my AFA lock on or something. Hold on a second. Ah, there you go. I don't know why that exposure comes on sometimes. I must touch something. I think if I touch the screen or something. Anyway, of course, this guy following me. Hey, don't touch that welding gun. And yeah, so like I said, this is all set up, piled down, filled up. This is, I mean, concrete instead of just cement. It's a concrete down in there. Should support it. I'll try and do the rest. It's all pretty much level. So yeah, got the. Gonna finish this side. Got the other side already done. Got the tile right in a row. When those guys finish, the three of us will have to be up there on that scaffolding because we're putting the whole, the siding is long and flimsy, and two people, there's a good chance of it snapping. And if you're watching other videos, you would have seen that on that deck that's on that's going to be on the other side. I originally thought, I'll put some those slabs there, and then I'll put the Duraboard over the top of it, make it look like a redwood deck or something. But the Duraboard, you just wind up, kind of grinding the top of it off or something with the coloring. It just wasn't going to work. So I had that board sitting there, and that's what I used for the the siding over here, right? So this siding is actually big, meaning that the pieces were like 10-inch, and the siding for the other side, this is 6-inch. So the siding on that side will look slightly different than the one on this side, but I didn't want it to go to waste. I think that's probably about the fourth or fifth thing that I bought, that after I bought it, I decided that I was going to do something else with it, or I decided to go a different way, and then I was like, well, what am I going to do with that? And then, as luck would have it, came up with the idea that I'll use it for this or I'll use it for that. So like I said, with this siding, it's taller, so there looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like six pieces up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 pieces up there. So the other side will be probably, I don't know. The other side will probably be twice as many, I guess. Or let me see, 8 and then 6. 10 and then 6. 60%. So the other side will probably have 12 or 13 pieces. I do have 15 pieces here, so that should be plenty enough to do the other side. But you'll never notice. You won't notice. And it was a good use of that product. The underside board is also this cement Duraboard, but on the backside has built-in screen that it's so bugs can't get in there, and nest, or lizards or whatever. Still allows for the heat to escape, but doesn't let the bugs in there. So we're happy about that. Let me turn these lights off. Yeah, man. But we were grinding, I was cutting some of this planks when I'm up there. Cutting the planks, and the construction dust, the cement dust from those planks are wicked. So I was breathing that stuff, and it makes me, I think it gets in there, man. Anyway, that's my quick little update on the house. And I think that it'll be no time at all before we get the tile in. Next thing you know, I'm putting doors up, man. And that'll be it. Of course, gonna wait for the door. Once the kitchen tile is up and I guess once all the tile is finished, that's when I'll get the sliding door guy in for the kitchen. Yeah. In other news, I have a solar. I don't know if I even showed this yet, but I bought a big solar panel for my solar water fountain that I bought a while back that I haven't used. I bought it like 96 days ago, right? 96, 97 days ago. And I thought it was the power. I thought it was the one that you normally plug in, but it wasn't. It was the solar one, so I had to get a solar cell that I could hook to a DC breaker, to go direct to the fountain, right? So you don't need an inverter or a battery and like that. You can go straight there and it'll run. So I hooked that up and it was like running really cool. I was like, oh yeah. So it was flowing pretty nice in 2 or 3, 4 days, maybe 3 days, 4 days, I don't know. In the middle of the thing, the fountain just turned off. It stopped working. I thought, what? I thought maybe the breaker or something. So anyway, I sorted it all out, and it is not, it's something with the pump. I even took the pump cap off and looked at the pump, and the impeller or whatever is kind of rough in there, like I don't know what the deal is, and it was beeping and stuff. So I took a video and I actually sent it back. What are you doing, cat? And I sent the video to the company, whatever, that I bought it from on Lazada. And the girl said, oh, you're gonna give it to the technicians and see what they say or something like some 3 or 4 different messages. So at least they're happy I'm getting back on it. But then I read right underneath there in the fine print, you get a 3-month local warranty. Well, that's 90 days, and here it is, when you know it, 96 days or something like that. Cat, man, what's up? What are you doing? Oh, I see. You're trying to get some attention. Well, I'm not the feeder, but yeah, that's a bummer. And also, I was using the little handy chainsaw my wife bought from Lazada, and I had dropped it and broke it, and then I epoxied it, and it was fine. I had used it a bunch of times, and then my wife was using it because she had to cut down. She didn't have to, but she cut down this. There was a mango tree right there, but for some reason, in the last month or so, it just shriveled up and died. I don't know. I think it's because those 2 big palm trees over there are sucking the life out of the soil, because they're getting much bigger quicker, sucking the life out of the soil, and then as a result, killed that tree or something. So she cut that down, but when she was doing it, then she dropped it. When she dropped it, it broke again. So I'm gonna have to try and fix that. Try and maybe if I can put a metal bracket on it or something. I mean, I don't even know, it was probably only like $10 or something. I should probably just buy a new one. I'm looking at this other mango tree. It doesn't look that healthy either over there. She said it was, my wife thought it would be like a boll weevil or something, some kind of bug that got in there and killed it, but I don't see no bugs. I can look at the tree where she made all the cuts, and they're all fresh, nice, clean cuts. No disease or nothing like that. I think it was just starved, Time will tell, because then we'll take a look at all the other trees. That one tree that's right next to it, there's another one right here. That looks like it's starting to starve a little bit, which again, being close to these 2 palm trees, or another 3rd palm tree. Oh, 4th palm tree. And 5th, 6th over there. Dang, I didn't know I had that many palm trees. But palm trees are known to suck the life out of your soil. You know, they're a taproot, a palm tree, right? But a lot of the root on the bulb goes peripheral, like goes lateral. So it could really reach out with all the million little tiny roots, will reach out laterally across the topsoil, basically. They could steal some nutrition, stunt growth on other trees and stuff. So, I don't know. Sometimes trees die, man. It's warming up a little bit now. That's why I'm standing in the sun. I'm sucking up the heat because it's cold, man. Grass is still wet. Well, let me just do my cup over here. Yeah. Well, the good thing is if the fountain, for whatever reason, if it's dead, can't be permanently dead. That thing's not too. They're not that complicated. But anyway, the solar panel is still a great solar panel. It's 450 watts. Only need 350 for the pump. Can take up to 1,000 panel, 1,000 watt. Yeah, I can use a 450 watt panel for other stuff. I could buy an inverter and a battery and switch it over and, you know, hook up lights and do all this other stuff with it, whatever. But yeah. Here on the farm. All right, man. Well, that's about it for a little update here on the Bon Knock. And thanks for watching. Keep watching. We'll get back at you.